Moon Knight vs. Batman. Who owns the night? The night is a realm of mystery and power, a domain where shadows breed legends. In this nocturnal world, two figures stand as its foremost guardians. From the Gothic spires of Gotham to the moonlit alleys of New York, we delve into the intricate worlds of Batman and Moon Knight. Both are shrouded in darkness, driven by personal demons, and wield the night as their greatest ally. But when the moon rises and the bat takes flight, who truly owns the night? Moon Knight vs. Batman. Who owns the night? Origins and transformations. Batman, the Dark Knight's genesis. Our journey begins with tragedy, a catalyst for transformation. In Detective Comics #33 feet, 1939, young Bruce Wayne witnesses the senseless murder of his parents by Joe Chill. This pivotal event, occurring on June 26, plunges him into a life of obsession. Over the next 14 years, Bruce hones his mind and body to perfection. Training under masters like Sunitomo in ninjutsu and Henri Descartes in manhunting, he amasses skills in 125 forms of combat and disciplines like escapology and criminology. In Batman, Year 1, 1987, a bat crashing through his window becomes a dark epiphany, a symbol to strike fear into Gotham's criminals. Thus, the Batman is born, not merely as a vigilante, but as an embodiment of vengeance and justice. Moon Knight, the Fist of Khonshu. Mark Spector's path is one of death and rebirth. Introduced in Werewolf by Night #32 feet, 1975, Spector is killed under the light of a waxing gibbous moon after defying his mercenary commander, Bushman, to save archaeologists at Salima Hill. Left for dead at the foot of Khonshu's statue, his heart stops for exactly 3 minutes and 33 seconds. In this liminal space between life and death, Khonshu offers him a deal: serve as his avatar on Earth in exchange for a second chance. Accepting, Spector is resurrected, his soul bound to the lunar cycles and Khonshu's will. His transformation is not just physical but metaphysical, intertwining his fate with ancient celestial powers. Alter egos and identities. Bruce Wayne, billionaire philanthropist. Bruce Wayne's dual existence is a study in contrasts. Publicly, he's the prodigal son of Gotham, CEO of Wayne Enterprises, which boasts annual revenues exceeding $31.3 billion, as per Forbes' fictional 15 feet. His philanthropic endeavors through the Wayne Foundation aim to address the systemic issues plaguing Gotham. This facade of a carefree billionaire is a calculated mask, allowing him to maneuver without arousing suspicion. In Batman R.I.P. 2008, we see how Bruce's carefully maintained identities are crucial to both his mission and his humanity, illustrating the delicate balance he maintains between his public duties and his nocturnal crusade. Mark Spector's multiple personas. Mark Spector's mind is a multifaceted enigma. His dissociative identity disorder gives rise to distinct personas. Stephen Grant, who parallels Bruce Wayne as a millionaire, albeit self-made through investments, providing financial backing for his mission. Jake Lockley, a cab driver who navigates the underbelly of New York, gathering intelligence from its denizens. Mr. Knight, the cerebral detective consulting with law enforcement, introduced in Moon Knight #1 foot, 2014, by Warren Ellis. These identities are not mere aliases but fully realized aspects of his psyche. In Lemire and Smallwood's Moon Knight, 2016, the blurring lines between his personas and reality question the nature of identity itself, adding a layer of psychological depth uncommon in the genre. Skills, abilities, and equipment. Batman's arsenal. Batman is the apex of human potential, boasting an IQ of 192. His mastery spans from chemistry to engineering, enabling him to invent gadgets like the cryocapsule and the Batwing. His utility belt contains nanotechnology devices, EMPs, and forensic kits. Notably, in Justice League #1 foot, 2011, he disables a parademon with a single explosive gel capsule. His combat proficiency is unmatched, having defeated opponents like Lady Shiva, one of the deadliest martial artists in DC, and holding his own against metahumans. Batman's reliance on contingency plans is exemplified in Batman Endgame, when he crafts the Justice Buster armor to neutralize his allies if necessary. Moon Knight's mystical enhancements. Moon Knight's abilities fluctuate with lunar phases. Under a full moon, his strength elevates to lift approximately 2 tons, as shown in Moon Knight #13 feet, 2007. He's proficient with a variety of weapons, including ankh-shaped staff and scarab darts in addition to his signature crescent blades. In Vengeance of the Moon Knight, 2009, he acquires carbonadium armor, an alloy akin to adamantium but more malleable, enhancing his durability. Moreover, his link to Khonshu occasionally grants him prophetic visions and resistance to psychic attacks, adding layers to his combat strategy beyond the physical realm. Psychological depth and motivations. The mind of Batman. Bruce is haunted by a singular moment, a perpetual echo driving his mission. His no-kill policy is not just a moral stance but a psychological anchor preventing him from succumbing to the abyss. In Batman, The Black Mirror, 2011, we explore his paranoia and isolation, confronting the possibility of becoming as twisted as the villains he faces. His relationships, with Alfred serving as his conscience and Robin as his hope for legacy, are critical in maintaining his humanity. Notably, in Batman and Robin 18 feet, 2013, the loss of Damian Wayne plunges him into profound grief, revealing the vulnerabilities beneath the cowl. The psyche of Moon Knight. Mark's internal battle is as perilous as any external foe. His dissociative identity disorder is both a tool and a torment. In Moon Knight Annual 1 Foot, 2019, the manifestations of his identities challenge him, blurring lines between reality and delusion. Khonshu's influence raises existential questions. Is he a guardian angel or a manipulative deity exploiting Mark's fractured mind? This ambiguity reaches a climax in Age of Khonshu, where Moon Knight usurps powers from Earth's mightiest heroes, instigated by Khonshu's prophecy. The struggle for autonomy over his own psyche is a central theme, adding tragic dimensions to his crusade. Rogues Gallery. Batman's adversaries. Batman's enemies are dark reflections of his own psyche. The Joker, representing nihilistic chaos, challenges Batman's sense of order, most famously in The Killing Joke, 1988, positing that all it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man to lunacy. Two-Face embodies duality and the fragility of identity, his scarred coin a metaphor for chance and fate. In Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth, 1989, the asylum itself becomes a character, housing the collective madness that Batman must confront, reinforcing the blurred lines between hero and villain. Moon Knight's enemies. Moon Knight's rogues often intertwine with his personal history and supernatural elements. Bushman, a mercenary devoid of conscience, serves as a brutal mirror to Mark's own violent past. In Moon Knight 5 Feet, 1981, Morpheus, a man transformed by a sleeping disorder, becomes a foe who attacks through dreams, symbolizing Mark's own battles with subconscious fears. The Sun King, introduced in Moon Knight 188 Feet, 2017, claims to be the avatar of Amun-Ra, setting up a celestial conflict that transcends mere physical confrontation, delving into mythological warfare between lunar and solar deities. Team affiliations and relationships. Batman and the Justice League. Batman's role in the Justice League is paradoxical. Though he lacks superpowers, his strategic acumen often places him at the center of pivotal moments. In JLA number 43-46 feet, 2000, during the World War III arc, his leadership is crucial in countering the cosmic threat of Mageddon. His distrust, however, is a recurring theme, as in Justice League, Tower of Babel, where his contingency plans nearly dismantle the League. Such narratives explore the ethical implications of his foresight and the isolation it breeds among his peers. Moon Knight within the Marvel Universe. Moon Knight's interactions with teams like the Avengers are marked by tension. In West Coast Avengers, 1987, his methods and Khonshu's influence create friction, leading to his departure. During Civil War, he registers but remains under surveillance due to his violent history. In Age of Khonshu, he confronts Earth's heroes, seizing powers to prevent a prophesied calamity. These actions blur the lines between heroism and antagonism, depicting Moon Knight as a wildcard within the larger Marvel tapestry. A hero whose allegiance is to his god's cryptic will above all else. Media presence and adaptations. Batman's cultural impact. Batman's presence permeates global culture. With over 80 years of storytelling, he's appeared in more than 14 live-action films, starting with Lewis Wilson in 1943 to Robert Pattinson in 2022. The Dark Knight trilogy, grossed over $2.4 billion worldwide, with The Dark Knight earning 8 Academy Award nominations. His influence extends to animation, with Batman, the animated series, 1992 to 1995, revolutionizing the genre with mature themes and complex narratives. Video games like the Arkham series have sold over 30 million copies, setting industry standards for storytelling and gameplay mechanics. Moon Knight's rise to fame. Moon Knight's ascent from cult favorite to mainstream prominence is noteworthy. Prior to his Disney Plus debut, he appeared in over 200 comic issues but remained relatively obscure. The 2022 series, with Oscar Isaac's lauded performance, delves into psychological horror and Egyptian mythology, breaking new ground for the MCU's exploration of darker themes. The show's deep dive into dissociative identity disorder brought critical acclaim for its sensitive portrayal, opening doors for Moon Knight's integration into future ensemble films and potentially intersecting with characters like Blade and the supernatural facet of Marvel. Philosophies and methods. Justice versus vengeance. Batman embodies stoic justice. His methods are calculated to uphold a moral code that distinguishes him from the criminals he apprehends. Even when facing the Joker's heinous acts, he refrains from lethal force, highlighting the ethical core of his mission. Moon Knight, conversely, is unshackled by such constraints. In Vengeance of the Moon Knight #2 feet, 2009, he declares, "I don't wear white to hide myself, I wear it so they'll see me coming." His approach is confrontational, often brutal, reflecting a philosophy where the ends justify the means, a testament to his role as Khonshu's executor of vengeance. Symbolism of the Knight. For Batman, the Knight is a tool, a psychological weapon. His bat emblem becomes a symbol of fear, exploiting the criminal's superstitions. In Batman Begins, 2005, he states, "As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed. But as a symbol, I can be incorruptible." Moon Knight's connection to the night is spiritual. The moon signifies cycles, renewal, and a conduit to Khonshu. Rather than instilling fear, he represents retribution ordained by divine judgment. This divergence highlights their unique interpretations of what it means to be a guardian of the night. Fan theories and showdowns. Who would win? Speculation abounds in forums like Reddit's Who would win and countless YouTube analyses. Batman's preparation is his hallmark, as seen when he defeats the Talons in Night of the Owls after studying their weaknesses. Moon Knight's unpredictability and potential supernatural advantages pose significant challenges. In physical combat, Batman's mastery over 127 martial arts gives him an edge, but Moon Knight's pain tolerance, allegedly higher due to his mental state, and enhanced strength under a full moon could offset this. Ultimately, variables like environment, Gotham versus Cairo, time of the lunar cycle, and access to resources would influence the outcome. Their confrontation would be a chess match of wits and willpower. Complementary allies? A collaboration between Batman and Moon Knight could be an exploration of synchronicity and conflict. Facing a mutual threat like the Court of Owls allied with the Committee could bring them together. Their investigative skills and combat abilities would complement each other, but ideological differences might cause friction. Narrative parallels. Both losing parents, both leveraging wealth for their missions, could foster mutual respect. Fan fiction and crossover comics often depict initial tension giving way to a potent alliance, underscoring themes of redemption and the complexities of justice. In the tapestry of heroism woven across comic lore, Batman and Moon Knight are threads of darkness and light, sanity and madness, mortality and divinity. Batman is a testament to human resolution, crafting order from chaos without reliance on the supernatural. Moon Knight is an exploration of the human psyche entwined with ancient forces, blurring reality and myth. Both navigate their own nightscapes, confronting external foes and internal shadows. The question of who owns the night isn't merely about dominance but perspective. The night is vast, its secrets manifold. Perhaps it's not owned but shared by those willing to face its deepest mysteries. In their relentless pursuits, Batman and Moon Knight redefine what it means to be a guardian, a warrior, a symbol. Now, we turn it over to you, the connoisseurs of comic lore. Do you side with Batman's calculated justice or Moon Knight's unyielding vengeance? Subscribe and join our community as we continue to delve into the intricate worlds of your favorite heroes. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on our latest explorations into the superhero realm. Share your theories and let's keep the conversation alive in the comments below. Until our next journey into the shadows, remember, the night is always darkest before the dawn.